Hi, everybody. My name is Rob Blackson, and I work over at Temple Contemporary at the Tyler School of Art. Thanks for sticking around. The reason that I started Temple Contemporary around 6 years ago is because I was trying to find a way to make art meaningful to more people. And the deeper I got into trying to figure that out, the more I realized that my skill set as a curator of contemporary art was kind of wrong. Like, I couldn't do it by myself. I needed more people. And I needed people from across the city. So what we did was we started an advisory council. I know that sounds kind of bland, but it's actually kind of interesting. It has people from all across the city, starting with our neighborhood, getting kids, high school kids in the neighborhood to be on this committee, along with like civic and cultural leaders throughout the city, people like nurses, community activists, artists, historians, and they all get together for one meeting a year. And they just have one homework assignment, which is to bring a question with them that they don't know the answer to. And then they, as a group, they have to debate all of these questions together. And it's out of that discussion that all of these interests and all these concerns from all of these people come together. And it's out of that discussion that they have to vote on the one question that they feel has the most local relevance and international significance for Philadelphia. And quite recently, the council came up with this idea that they were really concerned about what's going on in music education in the public school system of Philadelphia. For those of you who may not know, to put this into some financial perspective, back in 2007, just 10 years ago, the budget for music education in the public schools was $1.5 million. This year, it's $50,000. Yeah, right? Messed up. And what happens as a result of that is that when a kid, I don't know, drops a flute maybe, or a valve on a trumpet gets stuck, it just goes, if it can fit, it'll go back into its case, and then it gets put into a storeroom or a basement in the school. And over time, there are now over 1,500 instruments that are broken, and there's no money to fix them. So what we've done is we've devised this idea called Symphony for a Broken Orchestra, and we're working with a Pulitzer Prize winning composer named David Lang. Since September, we've collected all the instruments from the schools, and we are listening to each one of them and making recordings. And then we're sending those recordings to David so he can use those as the foundation to make a composition for these broken instruments and the sounds that they can make. And we're inviting musicians from all across Philadelphia, from the Philadelphia Orchestra all the way down to the kids in those schools. And together they're going to make this performance in the Armory in the fall of this year. Again, it's called Symphony for a Broken Orchestra, and it's going to take about 450 people to play these instruments in one performance. But really, but what I really love about this project is that after we do the performance, then we start fixing. So we are going to professionally repair all of the instruments and put them back into the schools that they came from. So for me, really, it's about, again, that core idea about making art meaningful to more people. And we're hoping that through projects like this that Temple Contemporary takes on, that we find a way to make that possible. So we've created a website. It's called symphonyforabrokenorchestra.org. It'll probably be coming up behind me in a few seconds. And you can go to that website and you can browse through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of instruments that we've been recording and taking photographs of since September. And for as little as $25, you can adopt an instrument. And with that adoption, we will be connecting your name to the instrument case of the instrument that you choose to adopt. So as that instrument goes back into the stream of the Philadelphia public school system, those kids who pick up that instrument in the future will know that you guys cared enough about the musical legacy of this city and their education to get involved. So I really encourage you, if you have the time and some spare cash, to visit symphonyforabrokenorchestra.org and decide to adopt an instrument tonight. Thank you very much.